Hey guys, welcome back for part 3 of this 2023 Messy to Minimal series. We are decluttering in my laundry closet today, which is a hot mess, as you can see. And it becomes a hot mess so frequently, so easily, because it is a closet, not a laundry room. And it's located in my kitchen, which is a high traffic area, so it often becomes a collect-all space. But today we're going to be sorting it all out, going through absolutely everything, clearing out the space, making sure that we're only putting back the things that belong there, and doing a little bit of decluttering and organizing. So I'm going to take you on that whole journey, but we're getting started first by putting a load of laundry into the washer. Since I'm going to be working in this area anyway, I'll be able to switch the laundry over from the washer into the dryer and fold everything in a timely manner. And you all know, if you've been around on my channel for a while, I am always behind on the laundry, so I figured I'd go ahead and take advantage of this, get caught up, and then after I have everything into the washer, I'm just going to start clearing off the folding table and the shelves that we have in our laundry closet. Now, I DIY'd this whole space. It was a major transformation. I want to say 3 years ago now. I do have a video of that entire process on my channel, so if you haven't seen it already, I'll try to remember to link it for you guys. You can go back and watch it. It was a huge transformation. It didn't always look like this. And the goal was always to make it more functional, but like I said, it's a high traffic area, so it becomes a collect-all very quickly, and it's not quite as functional as I would like it to be. So we're going to try and get it back in order, and then we're going to try to stick to it this year. Hold me to that, you guys. Check in with me periodically and find out if I am keeping this space clear and using it for what it's intended for. But anyway, I'm going to clear everything out, put it on my kitchen table so I can see it all, and then we're going to start sorting through it and figure out what we can declutter, what we're going to keep, and how we're going to organize it. Okay, so I've got everything pulled out onto the kitchen table, and the laundry closet itself is pretty much all cleared out. I did leave a couple of things like our scent beads and our bleach packs and things like that, this little laundry basket, because I'm not going to be decluttering them. I'm just going to be decanting them and putting them in these containers. So there's no need to bring them away from this space. But over here on the kitchen table, it's a hot mess. Look at all of this crap that was just like piled on top of the folding table. A lot of it is trash, and a lot of it is just like in the wrong place right now. It just doesn't belong here, so I need to put it back where it belongs. These are all of the bins that were up on that very top shelf, and they're just like random stuff. Like, we keep all of Sawyer's Play-Doh in one of them, so I definitely need to go through that, see if there's anything that's dried up or that needs to be decluttered. And then this used to be for all of my overflow laundry products, and I stopped pulling it down, and so it's nearly empty. And then all of our household tools that we like to keep inside. This is just a hot mess. Like, this isn't even secured shut. So I need to go through that, get everything tidy in there, and then I don't even know what this is. It's just, oh, some Play-Doh. Just some random things that I'm going to have to go through. So we are going to sort through these bins in just a second, but for the sake of efficiency, I'm going to go through these things on the table first, because I know that there's stuff that's misplaced in these bins that belongs in here. So I don't want to declutter this, get it all tidy, just to have to turn around and do it all over again when I find more things to put in them. So I think this is where we're going to start. We're going to clear off the kitchen table, throw away all the trash, and start sorting through all of this craziness. Okay, so like I said, I am going to start by throwing out all of the trash, breaking down the recycling, and sorting through all of the paper clutter. And as embarrassing as this is to admit, there was a lot of it. So that's why I'm starting with that. I have some half-finished crafts that are just past their season. It's time to let them go. We're clearly not going to finish them. And then a ton of paper clutter that I needed to sort through. So much dryer lint that I just shoved into an empty Tide Pod container, which makes zero sense, because when I walk away from the laundry closet, I literally walk right past our trash can. So I don't know why I'm not just throwing it in the trash on my way past the trash can, but for whatever reason, I have this really bad habit of just piling the dryer lint on top of the folding table in the laundry closet. That's one of my goals for this year. I think I'm going to try my hardest to stop doing that because it's disgusting, to be honest. But anyway, once I had sorted through all that trash, it left me a lot of open space to go ahead and start taking everything out of these smaller bins that were in there and sorting them into categories. Things that are just in the wrong place that need to go back to their designated spaces or bedrooms. And then things that belong there but had just all become jumbled together. So I'm going to sort those out by category, and that'll make it a lot easier when it comes to reorganizing everything and dedicating a specific bin or finding a specific home for those items. And that's probably my number one tip. If you have a space that is so cluttered like this and it's just becoming really difficult and a daunting task and you don't want to complete it because you don't really know what to do with it, try doing it this way. It always looks worse before it gets better. It can feel a little bit overwhelming, but if you just dump everything out in front of you and sort it first into like categories, then it becomes way more manageable and you can start dealing with it one category at a time, finding those categories a home and figuring out in smaller bits instead of having to take on the entirety of the project all at once. I promise it makes it so much easier. I know this looks like I just made a bigger mess, but I promise the chaos is kind of organized. So let me show you what I've got going on. This needs to be taken back into the playroom. These are some electronic cords and things that I need to talk to Derek about to find out if we know what they go to, and if not, we're going to toss them. This is a basket of things that needs to go back into my room. This is a Christmas thing, and all of these are Christmas things right here. All of these tools, what did I tell you guys? There were so many tools in one of these bins right here that should be in here, but we can't put it in there because this isn't organized and has all this craziness going on. So I'll work on that in a second. I have some miscellaneous things here like light bulbs, a stapler, zip ties, switch covers, just like things that don't necessarily go together unless you're creating a miscellaneous bin, which I'm going to do. And then all of these things are like to hang stuff on the wall. And then I also have batteries in there as well, but I do think I'll probably take the batteries out and put it in with the miscellaneous and like the zip ties and all of that because that makes more sense. And then I'll just have one full bin of command strips, monkey hooks, all the things I use to hang anything on the wall. And then these all need to go out to our shed. This is DIY supplies that like I don't know why they were ever put in here, probably because we were just feeling too lazy to take them where they belong. So like I said before, it's just a lot of stuff that's not in its correct place. So we're going to be putting it back where it belongs. I know it looks a mess, but the kitchen table isn't that big. So to clear some space, I think I'm going to take these bins, do the command strips and all of the wall hanging supplies, and then make one of them the miscellaneous bins. And then I'll have some space here so that I can start sorting through all of this stuff and get it back in like functional condition. So throughout these clips, you're going to see me putting random things into these snack size Ziploc bags, and it's not super close up, so I don't know if you can tell what I'm doing or not. I wanted to take a second to explain it to you. Basically, I found that I had a ton of loose items, a lot of picture hanging tacks, some monkey hooks, some zip ties, loose batteries, things like that. So I sectioned them off into their own categories and put them into those smaller size Ziploc bags just to create some organization within the bins so that I'm not just dumping a big mess, having a bunch of loose items rolling around the bottom, and anytime I'm looking for them, having to rummage through everything and disrupt it all. That's how it was previously. It was just a hot mess in those bins. And so a mess is a mess, whether you've got it in a pretty basket or whether you've got it out in front of you, it's a mess either way. So taking a few seconds to, I guess, extra organize it and find a solution for that makes all the difference when it comes to how sustainable your organization system is going to be and how well it will function for you. So if you have a lot of loose items like that, I definitely would suggest that you get some kind of organization, whether you want it to be a fancy organizer with all the bells and whistles, pretty drawers or boxes, or whether it's just Ziploc bags like what I just did. It truly does make a difference. So take the extra few seconds to do that if you're going to be working on a big project like I am here. But anyway, once I had all of those cleared off of the table, I'm going to mess it up again by pulling everything out of these larger bins. And I'm starting with the Play-Doh. My daughter Sawyer loves Play-Doh, absolutely over the moon for Play-Doh. So we have a lot of it, clearly, and we also go through it very fast because she plays with it so frequently, so it's exposed to air so frequently. So I'm just going to take a second to take the lids off of everything, and any Play-Doh that is hardened, feeling stiff or crumbly, anything like that, I'm going to go ahead and throw out, and I'll replace it with that stockpile that I had found in a different bin, and make sure that we're only keeping fresh Play-Doh that can actually be played with. I was thinking about going through all of the little Play-Doh accessories as well, but my girls play with this so frequently that I didn't want to risk accidentally throwing away something that they would rather keep. So off camera later on, I'm going to pull this bin down and let them sort through it themselves and try to organize that whole chaos. But for now, good enough is good enough, and good enough today means making sure there's no crusty Play-Doh.
I've been staring at your face for a while. Boy, I'm digging your style, and I love the way you smile, yeah. No one ever made me feel this way. Boy, you take my breath away, and I love it how you sway. Hey, gotta make you a confession. Boy, you're the most beautiful I've ever seen. Like a king, baby, you're the one for me. Hey, pretty boy, I got a question. Do you wanna roll with me? Do you wanna stroll with me? Come on, baby. Boy, you're the ball. You're making me fall. Can't think about no one else. Only you in my head. Let's give it a try. Come on and baby, we'll fly right up to the sky. Pretty boy, you're alive. Boy, you're alive. Boy, you're alive. Boy, you're alive. I will never ever do you wrong. It's with you that I belong, and I never felt so.
Okay, I had to cut the camera because it was feeling just a little bit overwhelming, but we've made so much progress, so I want to give you a little update. I have a box here of things that we are going to be donating that we've decluttered and they were not trash, so I'm going to donate those. This huge bin of Play-Doh. I went ahead and switched out all of the Play-Doh that was dried up or getting a little bit stiff for fresh Play-Doh. We also have Sawyer slime in here. I didn't declutter any of the toys though because I'm going to do that later with the girls. I just don't want to risk decluttering something that they want to keep, and they know better than I do which like little pieces go with which set, so I want to keep everything together. I'll get some like really big Ziploc bags though to be able to store the sets together and have just a little bit more organization in there than what currently is. I just don't have any of those size Ziploc bags right now. And then this is what our tool bin is looking like. I am so proud of this. It was overflowing. We couldn't find anything before. So all that we're keeping inside is our like regular tool kit right here, and our drill, the charger for the drill. I have an extra tape measure even though there's a little one in here, some WD-40, and then this is just a little bag of like random things that we need sometimes, but it's better to have them in the bag than just kind of all over the place. And then these are the switch plate covers. I moved them into here. When we do the rest of the kitchen, I'll be switching out the covers to these, but there's no point in doing it right now just to have to take them off in a couple of weeks. So for now, they're going to stay in here, but eventually these will leave this bin also because they'll be put on the actual wall. And then down here, I still have my iron, and this is what I use for like cleaning the washing machine once a month. I just run this in a cycle with no clothes in it. And then this is our charger for our weed whacker. I know this is a random place to put this, but we can't really store it outside. We don't have an outlet outside to use it, so I had to put it in here. And then this is just a functional decor piece that we're waiting for the kitchen to be done, and then I'll hang that up on the wall. So it won't be here forever, but this is its temporary home. This is what I'm super proud of, though. We have a completely empty bin now that we can grow into if we need, and just, it's there if we need it, but I don't necessarily feel like I have to fill it right this second. And I wanted to tell you guys, I know it doesn't look like this is an overwhelming amount of donations, but that's totally fine. That doesn't happen with every project, to have like boxes and trash bags full of things. So these are just the things that we felt like we could declutter that were no longer serving us. Everything that is serving us, there's no point in decluttering it. We just needed to do some reorganization. So that's what all of these things are. But now that I have all the bins sorted out, I can go ahead and start putting them back in the laundry closet. It's about lunchtime, and I know my family's waiting for the kitchen table back so they can eat. So I am going to put all those bins back up there and here, restock all of the laundry items. But first, it is a dusty mess in here, so I'm going to wipe everything down before I start restocking. So when I was finished putting everything back on the shelves and restocking, I had noticed that it was past time to move the clothes from the washer into the dryer. And when I went to do that, I realized that there was already a load in the dryer. Who knows how long it's been sitting there? Honestly, it could be 3 days, 3 weeks. Your guess is as good as mine. Not really. I know it's definitely not been 3 weeks, but I wouldn't put it past myself that it's been 3 days. Anyway, the important part is I'm finally going to take that out of the dryer and fold it and put it away. And I was a little bit excited to do that. Usually I dread folding laundry and putting it away. I'll switch it over in the cycle all day long, but that's where it stops. I really don't like to fold clothes for whatever reason, but I didn't mind it on this day because I could finally use my folding table because it was all cleaned out. And it's been gosh, at least 6 months, but probably more since I've been able to do this. So I'm sure it'll lose its luster very fast because this isn't my favorite chore to begin with. But on this day, at least, it was exciting to be folding laundry, and you got to look for those little wins and those small glimmers of motivation somewhere. So I was just finding so much joy in being able to fold my laundry on the folding table and also be able to set up the kitchen table for myself and my family to actually be able to use again. Okay, the laundry closet is pretty much all finished. I still have this load in the dryer, so when that's all done, I'm going to fold it and then add it to this so that I can take it into my room and put it away. But other than that, we're looking so good in here. This basket is completely empty. This is only half full, and then Sawyer's Play-Doh is right there, and our tools are right there. We're restocked on all of our paper towels. We've got like command strips and things to hang stuff, miscellaneous supplies. And then I decided to separate these things on the folding table. I used to have them all kind of lumped together right here in the middle, but then it protruded out quite a bit and took up a lot more space. So I feel like having these things tucked over here and these things tucked over here just gives me a lot more open space on the folding table to actually fold the clothes. And then also, this is just easier. Here's our washer. There's the things that go in the washer. Here's our dryer. There's the things that go in the dryer. And then this is just that basket that I was talking about with like cleaning rags and dish rags and things like that. So I'm loving how that turned out. Hopefully I can keep it this way for more than just one day. I also got our table set up, so this Lazy Susan isn't just sitting on the folding table anymore like it was. Over here I have this basket and this little bowl. These just need to go in my decor closet. I think I'm going to end up using this in a bathroom makeover, so I'm not going to declutter it just yet. And this is just a decorative piece that when the rest of our house is together, I'll be able to use it again. And we decided that we were going to go ahead and sell these two little ghost canisters and also our e.l.f. Rae Dunn canisters. We just don't have the space to store them, and we won't be using them again, so we're just going to go ahead and sell them and use that to help fund the kitchen renovation. If you're interested in them, there will be a link down in the description box where you can purchase. But now all that's left to do is unbox my air fryer. I think I'm going to put it down in this cabinet. I had cleaned this out in my kitchen declutter and organization video, and this bottom part is like empty. So I think I'm going to put it in there just for now, just to get it out of the way. And then I have to unbox my Caraway storage containers, and to do that I need to declutter this cabinet. So we're going to get working on those two things so that we can have everything back in order, and I can show you like our final declutter donation box. My youngest brother got us an air fryer for Christmas, which was so thoughtful, and we are so grateful for it, but we haven't unboxed it yet because our kitchen has been just in complete chaos. I have so many updates in other videos about how it flooded, and it's now currently in partial demo, full renovation mode. It's just been a hot mess, but I was avoiding unboxing it because I didn't know where to store it, but I just got tired of doing that. So you are going to see me attempt to put it in this lower cabinet, and spoiler alert, I failed. It didn't fit there at all. We have a really small kitchen with really small cabinets, and this is just the story of my life. Nothing fits in any of them, but it made me excited. I literally can't wait until we have our new cabinets in and we can work on some better organization and having a more functional kitchen in this small space. But anyway, that was a total fail, but this is about to be an absolute win. I cannot wait for you to see this. Unboxing all of our new Caraway food storage containers. Now, I have the Caraway cookware and bakeware sets and am totally in love, which is why I went ahead and ordered the food storage set. This is a relatively new product. They came out with it in 2022. Phenomenal. I cannot wait for you guys to see these and to see how the organization works. They're truly amazing. I feel like once you try one caraway product, you want to have them all, and you can never go back to anything else. They are seriously like far superior to anything else I've ever tried. If you have been looking at them, wanting to check them out for yourself, I do have an affiliate link that I can put down in my description box that should save you, I think it's either 15 or 20% off of your caraway order. So if you've been wanting to check them out, take advantage of that discount. I'll put the link down in the description box for you, but I recommend them 1000 out of 10. Like, they are absolutely worth every single penny. Do you see this right now? This is even better than what I was expecting. I am like blown away right now, already in love with these. The quality of these is like amazing. I don't know why I wasn't expecting them to be quite so heavy, but they are heavy, and that's because the inside of them is that same non-stick ceramic coating. Let me see if I can get the lid off with one hand. They are like airtight, they're sealed on there. But anyway, all of the caraway products have this non-toxic, non-stick ceramic coating in them, and so the food storage containers have that as well. And then the outside matches my cookware and bakeware set, which I love. And then this is the lid, and it just presses on, and it's airtight. These are like, the quality of these is amazing. And of course I expected that, but look how good this looks. This is the real selling point for me, is these organizers. I am obsessed with the organizers that the pots and pans and the bakeware comes with, so I was really excited for this. They magnetize together, so you could set them like this, or you could set them upright in a cabinet if you needed to, and it just holds everything perfectly. You don't have to buy additional organization or think about how to store them, which I feel like is invaluable, especially when you have a small kitchen like mine. And I wasn't expecting this, but they sent a cleaning eraser in the package. So I guess this is to remove like scuffs and stains. It feels just like a Mr. Clean Magic eraser. So I'll definitely be putting that under the kitchen sink so that I can use it if I ever need to and keep them looking beautiful and brand new. But I just love this. So now that I've unboxed it, I know that I'm going to love it. I am going to see if it'll fit right here in this shelf of the cabinet, but I can go ahead and donate all of these. I have loved these storage containers. I got them off of Amazon like 3 years ago. They're really good because they're glass, so they don't stain or anything like that. But they don't fit into each other, so you can't like stack them together to store them, and they're just a mess. They take up a lot of space. This is actually only half of them. The rest of them are in the dishwasher, so I'm going to have to pull that out for donation, but they just spill out everywhere. This is much more neat, more cohesive, has built-in organization. We're going to stick with those ones. I'm going to go ahead and donate these, and then I think we might keep these ones too because they do stack together, just in case. I wouldn't want to take like anything like that to a party because I wouldn't want to risk forgetting it. So I think I'll keep these for when we do like potlucks and barbecues and things in the summer. But other than that, these are all going to be donated. So let's see if these are going to fit into this shelf. That's the real test, I feel like. The clothes that I am currently folding are the ones that I had put into the washer at the start of this video. So we are having a full circle moment right now, wrapping everything up in a neat little bow. After breaking down all of the recycling, folding, and putting away these clothes, that's going to end this video, and then I can show you how everything turned out. And you guys, this was an extreme transformation. It looks so good now. I actually want to use this space, which hasn't happened in quite some time. And I hope that you all enjoyed coming along for the process, got some useful tips and tricks from today's video, and some motivation to tackle a space in your home that you might have been putting off. A thing on your to-do list that seems too overwhelming or too daunting. I hope that this was able to show you how to break that down into more manageable steps, and just go ahead and check it off of your list, because you will feel so much better when you do, I promise. So this is everything that we decluttered, everything that's going to Goodwill. I feel really good about it, and I hope that you all enjoyed. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, and I'll catch you in the next one.